Well, we got a Super Bowl coming up.
Super Bowl. Let's do it.
Niners versus Chiefs.
Once again.
Everybody, welcome to the show. Sports, Laugh, and Chill. I'm Gina V or Gina G, however you remember me. Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, we got some guests for you guys tonight. Look who we have here. We got you. We got Nacho. Chiefs fans. Certified, legit Chiefs fans. We had you in the house before, and we got this time we got Nacho in the house, and it's gonna be lit. I think Nacho actually lit before he got on stage, so he's already smoking tonight.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
No, it's all good on this show. It's all good on this show.
Yeah, like you don't understand. This is a routine. So you're in good company.
You are.
You are in good company.
Keep it in fire. Let's do it.
And then I sent questions. I see you, Miss Debbie. How you doing, Miss Debbie? Hi, everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody?
Up?
Yep, I got you right here, Miss Debbie. Got them.
So, Nacho, if you don't know who you have here, this is Dan the Man. This is the Wise Soul. The Wise Soul is a 49er fan like myself, and I told you that Dan the Man is the Rams fan. You probably remember. If you don't, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, so and you have already been checking out the show quite often. So you were in the chat last time. So yep, and Rod can't be with us tonight because he's catching a flight, and Jordan has plans. So Rod is in the chat. What up, everybody? This is gonna be a huge show because we got so much going on. And Miss Debbie, I am gonna go ahead and input the questions into the banners. So let's start off with what do you guys think? Like, are you guys like, sick of this whole revenge talk, or do you love it?
I mean, before anybody answers that question, Gina, great question. I just want to point out the fact that Rod and his typing of Chiefs in the chat is just reminds me of the commercial of Andy Reid and the guy painting the field. He said, great job, but who are the chefs?
The chefs.
I can ask the same question with Rod and Chiefs or
that's some Marcus shit.
Or that is definitely Marcus behavior. I don't know if that is chefe. Is that French? Is that
We try to keep it cultural, we try to keep it real nice, so chef, like El Chefe, that works out,
I had to the chefs. Okay, I didn't know what that was. I saw it and I was
we're international now, baby. You ain't seen that? Come on now. We're international.
Hey, I know what you were saying, Rod. I know exactly. That's that chief. I know what the chief you was talking about. It wasn't the Chiefs. It was that chief, you know what I'm saying? Like you smoked that chief fan. That okay, I got you. My bad.
Chief Keith.
Let's carry on. Gina, let's go back to the question.
Oh man.
Shit.
So you was asking. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked.
No, go ahead.
That was me, Nacho. I couldn't let it slide. I saw it.
You had something. You was asking what we so the whole revenge thing, right? So
yeah, is anyone sick of that?
You had to be asking the Niners fans about that because
we
don't have no revenge on nothing. We just
but just like the whole topic,
like I actually said this on Twitter earlier. I was like, the first, Mahomes era Chiefs. I was like, hey, our first Super Bowl, man, I'm out here like absorbing all the content, like every morsel down. The second one, I was like, all right, man, this is badass. Like, when I get a chance, I got to make sure I, get off. By the third Super Bowl, I was like, yeah, when I get off work, I might catch up on some shit. And then now it's like, I got to poop. I don't know. The game starts on Sunday. I don't really care. Like, whatever happens, like it is what it is.
Normal.
Like
I'm not like you. But I'm definitely, I was taking in everything. In 2019, it was all about me taking it all in. 2020 kind of soured a little bit for me because we all know the result of that one. And then 2021, and then the next year came along, and it's not old, but it definitely feels different. It definitely feels different. I'm not buying as much stuff. I'm not having to make sure that I get everything. I don't even think I went to the second parade. I didn't go to the second parade. I watched it, but I didn't go to it. So
Diz, when was the last time that you bought like a? Remember back in the days when we was watching this before Mahomes, and you would buy like a divisional championship shirt and stuff like that, or like when's the last time that you bought a piece of gear that didn't say Super Bowl on it?
That was a long time ago because I told myself back when Herm Edwards was the coach, after his second loss or the second season where we didn't make the playoffs, I was like, you know what? I'm not about to buy this stuff no more. They ain't serious about winning no Super Bowl. They're not about to. And then we had who else? It was Todd Haley, then Romeo Crennel, and I'm like, bro, this is a crap show. Like, this is not even real. This is all fake. And then I saw Andy Reid got fired, and I said, go get him. And I heard we had the conversation with him, and I'm like, boy, if they let him leave, I'm out. I'm done. And then shoot, I've been buying it ever since. But then, like I said, I kind of calmed down over the last couple of years. But
man. Like you get an AFC Championship shirt for like $49.99. Like, no, man, I'm trying to buy a rack of ribs or something.
Yeah, I'm a little broke right now, but
because Niners fans always like their team always seems to kind of be in that mix, like I don't. When's the last time Niners fans even had like a letdown of a decade plus? Have y'all even had that?
Mike Singletary?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Yeah, Gina, can I say something real quick?
I mean,
please.
Like this, bro.
I feel a lot of. I ain't saying it necessarily coming from y'all, but I feel a lot of arrogance, like just like we've been there, we used to this now, and a lot of coolness. I get it. Y'all beat us last time, and y'all team is kind of acting little like, we know we got this. Y'all, I ain't really like the motion that Kansas City been doing this week so far, and the fans are starting to feed into it a little. The game's not gonna go how y'all think it's gonna go.
I agree with that.
I agree with you on that.
I agree with that.
But double overtime. It's coming.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey, until 2 a.m. That's how we're playing this game.
Script.
Look,
I like how y'all feeling. Though. I like how y'all feeling. I respect.
I agree with you. It's definitely different this time. It's definitely different. Because in 2018, once we got to the AFC Championship game and we lost it to Tom Brady, man, I felt like I don't know if we'll get back because it's hard to get back to a championship again. It's hard to get back to the Super Bowl. But we went 2019. That was when Mahomes had his knee on the side of his leg, and I definitely didn't think we was gonna be back then. But we finally got there, and yes, there is a little more swagger in Chiefs Kingdom as of now. But
as it should be.
You're not gonna see me downtrodden any of our opponents. Like the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan has to be my number 2 guy outside of Andy Reid. Like the way he draws up plays. I'm trying to think of one more person that would be, but Kyle Shanahan, just his creativity with his play calling.
Regardless.
Say that again.
So he's top 5 regardless. No matter what list you put him in, he's a top 5 head coach currently in the NFL. Like without hands down.
Yeah, I got one of those too. Mine is in the top 5 for sure. Absolutely.
You're a Rams fan, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I'm just
absolutely. Top 5.
But y'all defensive coordinator though, he is the guy that intrigues me. Like he got a raw deal with the Carolina not the Panthers, but the stupid Cardinals. They make me sick. He got a raw deal there, and then went to one of my college teams in Mizzou, and then next thing I know, here comes Kyle Shanahan giving him a call to coach BC down there, and yeah, man.
Steve
So-
is savage.
Steve
So
hit
it's just
hard.
one of things.
He hit it hard in the chat.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, I missed it, but
Oh, this
what
right
he
here.
say? What he say? All right.
Are they gonna let you-
Wow.
Come out with a
Body blow. There you go. Nah, he got to use some of that commissary money to watch that, bro. They ain't letting him out.
one joke from me. Got you. Got all right. That's good.
Oh
They
shit!
ain't letting him out.
Chiefaholic.
Surprising enough, I hadn't heard much about the story this year. Like I definitely thought we was gonna get hit over the head with that one all the time.
Well, I mean, he's behind
it's
6
only
inches
weird
of
as
concrete
ugly
and some
head.
iron. So, like, you know, not a whole lot of story to be told. But like, do y'all? Who's the Niners super fan? Like, do y'all have like
It's a good question.
who's the Niners super fan? Do you all have one? Or don't get me wrong, you're better if you don't. Super fans are stupid.
Oh,
Niners
you-
super fan.
I mean, y'all got the biggest super fan in the game right now. So
don't
Yeah.
do that.
No one,
Don't
no
do
one could
that.
beat Taylor.
We ain't nobody gonna worry about that. Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We got the biggest super fan in the chain gang. We don't.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is?
We ain't got it
Got
in the
it.
gang no more. He done.
Got it.
Nah, I think they talk about Taylor Swift, bro.
Oh,
Definitely talking about
Yeah.
Definitely talking about the Taylor Swift effect, which is why
Yeah.
there will be a double OT because this
Don't
will be
do
the
that.
grand finale of all grand finales. You know, they're gonna pump this game up with steroids. They are going to juice it up. I mean, they're gonna give the viewers
Oh my
our
God! Be
money's
quiet,
worth.
Marcus.
They're gonna give Vegas their money's worth.
Yep.
I mean, this
Yep.
game will last. It won't be 60 minutes. It will be
Don't say that.
what's the overtime? Is overtime what, 5 minutes?
You're
10
well, no,
minutes, I think.
10
10
minutes?
minutes overtime, but you're predicting overtime in the Super Bowl, huh?
I'm telling you right now, we
They already
will have,
called it.
we will have 80 minutes worth of Super Bowl footage
Don't do
this
that.
year.
Don't do that.
Enjoy.
What's
Are
up,
you
Rick?
not entertained?
No, that's
Or
okay
are
with
you
me.
not?
You know why that works out for me? Hey, all right, we're just gonna jump right in this. I guess we're just gonna get into the smack talk right here, right now.
Uh-oh.
All right, you know
Hey,
who
Tanya.
who Brock Purdy reminds me of, like outside of sports? Michael Cera. All right, y'all know who Michael Cera is?
Yeah.
Kid was super bad and all that stuff like that. Like when Brock Purdy first came out, and when Michael Cera first came out. When Michael Cera first came out, I was like, I was like, when Michael Cera first came out, I was like, this dude he's all right if he has a good supporting cast. But then like years went by and he kept being in front of me on movies and TV. And I'm like, I guess he's got to be something, right? Like he's always there. But that's what Brock Purdy is. He's Michael Cera. Just he has to have a good supporting cast in his movies in order to make the movie a good movie. And that's what the Niners are. They're led by Michael Cera. That's it. No, I get nothing. The lie said no. Hold on. I gotta take a breath before I say anything about this guy.
All right. We
So
not gonna
Williams-
disrespect my
Williams-
quarterback. We're not gonna just disrespect him like that. Look, you know what? The great thing is he has a great supporting cast right now, and that's all that matters.
No doubt about that.
And that's
no doubt
all
about
that matters right now. So as long as he delivers that rock like he needs to, you know, Kermit the Frog might have to just take another L. You know, Kermit, he a little. I mean, like Dan said, he should. He's feeling himself a little bit, but
Hey, he may be froggy,
Kermit
but
might
young,
need to
but
catch
is
that
Michael
fade.
Cera going to deliver the rock like Shine or Master P? Because one of them got away with it.
I like
mean,
that.
you know,
I like that.
Like what? What do you say? Like what?
like Shine or Master P. So one of them got away with it. And, you know, I mean, if he's out there
Brock
shining,
Purdy-
it might be a problem. Huh?
So if Brock Purdy is Michael Cera, then Trent Williams is Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
carrying
Yes.
him.
Yes.
Yeah,
It has to be.
I like it.
That's a great analogy.
Hey, Wise. Real talk.
Hey, no, trust the guy. So it's already established.
Trent is the guy.
He's the guy.
Hey, I do have a question, though.
Yeah.
Some questions for y'all 49ers fans. So that kind of brings me to like one of the questions that I had, and I don't mean to like totally hijack this shit, Gina. I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm a little bit of this, a little bit of drinking, but I got a question for y'all Niners fans. Okay, and Dan, you can probably stick in on this one too. Okay, all right. So with the Niners, okay, and Thiz, you can probably do this too.
You
with
better
the
not,
Niners,
Marcus.
right?
Jersey Sunday. For good luck, Marcus.
Fucking Marcus.
I got 5 film genres. I want you to take one player from the Niners to star in each one of these film genres. Right? Okay. So if you were to take a Niners player and have them play the lead role in a comedy, what Niners player would that be?
George Kittle.
Kittle, yes, I was thinking Kittle.
Yeah.
George Kittle.
That's pretty.
He's got all the personality in the world.
For sure.
All the personality,
hands down.
All right.
Yeah.
So what about a horror movie, a scary movie?
Fred Warner.
Debo.
He said Fred Warner. I don't know. Fred Warner seems like the right one because I'm afraid of Fred Warner. I would have a country away from him. I'm gonna
take Drake Greenlaw for a horror.
That's a good one too. That's a
Drake
good one.
Greenlaw.
Greenlaw.
Greenlaw. Yeah.
Fair. All right.
What's good,
What about an action movie?
There I go, Debo.
That's
Mooney Ward. Mooney Ward.
Chavarius? Yeah, we had Chavarius. He ain't no action.
He's all over the map.
They loving the talk. I'm
going CMC.
He's all over the map.
I'm going CMC on action. I can see him in a Mission Impossible, in a Fast and Furious. I can see CMC, definitely in some action. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all said this name earlier. I think you got it wrong. My next category was Western. I think that's Kittle or Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa is probably Western.
Bosa,
Nick.
I don't know about Joey, but Nick Bosa might make it. That's definitely a country.
They brothers.
I don't know. It's
he might want to be one of them old Westerns.
Definitely.
Yeah, the old Westerns.
He want to be an old Westerns,
Yeah. All right, last one, drama.
Debo.
Yeah,
Debo.
That's a good Debo one.
That's Debo. He loves drama.
That's Debo.
All right. Fair enough. All right.
Sure.
Sorry, Gina,
I got a question for the Chiefs fans. That's what I got a question for the Chiefs fans.
All right.
What do you think is the best way to protect your QB against this 49ers defense?
Travis. No, and I don't mean that from a blocking perspective. So if you, I hate to nerd out on football shit right now. but like, if you look at like when we face like some of the top defenses so far this particular year, right? So we got new tackles on both sides. We got a great interior line, but our tackles on the outside, they're new guys to this team and everything. So you'll see that when we get a pass rush that's pass heavy or rush heavy on the outside, you'll see a lot of times we'll always have Kelsey, no matter what side, chip, run a really quick inside route, outside route, flat, whatever it might be. And that's where we always go. If I'm the Niners, if I'm rushing, I'm double covering Kelsey at the same time because Pat is great at calling out the rush. He's great at calling the rush. You have to see where Kelsey's going. If it's not going to Kelsey, if it's not going to Rashee Rice, and it's not a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco, you probably have a good chance of stopping it. But I'll let Tiz take it. He probably knows it better.
For me, it's Pacheco. It's got to be. Like, he's got to be the battering ram to take down a lot of the defenses because, he runs hard. He's not a dance around type of guy. He's just going to run forward and he's going to see a hole. He's going to break the door down to it.
So
he's going to do it to it. Don't mention. I mean, I don't hate Edwards-Helaire, but no, he's not that. He's going He's gonna crack his head open to break down a door for real. He's gonna do it. And so, in the words of Marshawn Lynch, don't nobody want nobody to run through their face over and over and over and over and over. But you keep doing that, and then you go mid-range game a little bit with Travis Kelce down the middle. You would hope that's the case. But Andy Reid is not a big runner of the ball. That's the problem. That's the thing that I see that could be an issue. He's been very equal on both sides recently, but big stages can bring out different things in different people. So, we'll see.
Gina, your chat is wild. Somebody just said, I'm just going to call them the Chiefs because that's what we are. The Chiefs are Iran's team. Why? Because we blow that shit up? Like, come on, man. Calm the hell down with all that, man. Damn.
Wait,
Iran's
Was that Tommy?
Man. Like,
Was that Tommy?
Wow.
I don't know who it was.
Wow.
We're Iran's team. Yeah, all right, yeah. Because you striking goal with us.
Oh, that's Tommy. Don't worry
He's
about
wild.
Tommy. He's used to losing. Don't worry about him.
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
Oh, man.
He's used to losing. So,
Oh,
don't worry about that. It's okay. Tommy's all right.
That's wild. That's wild.
So I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead, you.
Did y'all feel the same way about Jimmy G that y'all do about Brock Purdy right now? Because
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
We always said we worried about Jimmy G, except for Marcus. He's the only one that.
Wait a minute. No, I'm not about to leave Marcus out there on that limb.
Oh,
There's
who
another
else was on him?
that really loved Jimmy G too.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say any names, but if you
Ooh.
just look at there was another person that was a big Jimmy G fan. Now all of a sudden,
There it is. There it is.
I know somebody that used to be like Jimmy for president, but now it's all about the Purdy bus. Okay.
Hey,
Wait a minute. I think you're sorely mistaken.
Uh-oh.
All right, Gina, what's your thoughts on?
We got receipts.
I want to hear Gina's thoughts on Brock Purdy. Gina, tell me what you think about Brock Purdy.
First of all, I'm the type of fan that believes in their quarterback. Period.
I'm good.
Period.
I just said I know somebody that loved Jimmy G.
When we had Trey Lance, I rode with Trey Lance till the day he got traded.
I'm with you, Gina. I'm with you, Gina.
Trey. And then when he left, I said, "Bye, cowgirls." But
I'm with you, Gina. But y'all know better than anybody how Alex Smith was here. Like I can't put no shade. I can't throw no shade on him because he did what he could when he could. But I couldn't ride. I knew he wasn't going to be the guy to get us to the promised land, and most people knew that. And it was tough rolling through that.
I mean, I hear you. Look, back then, if I look at back then, because I remember exactly how I felt because I was in rehab and I had a lot of debates with people back then, and I was clearing up my conscience, and I was like, wait a minute, I gotta talk to people now. So I remember thinking Alex Smith was not the answer, and I was arguing with a lot of people that were pro Alex. And then when he had a really good year, our Super Bowl run. And then he got injured, and it was time to put Cap in. And then Harbaugh decided to go with the hot hand. What are you going to do? Pull Cap out? No. And I became like pro, like we got to roll with Cap. And I believed in Cap. So like I said, I always choose who is, got the hot hand, who looks good, I'm all for my team. Who's coach going with? Now, I may not like every decision, but I didn't like him keeping Jimmy G as QB1, but you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want.
My family used to sing that song to me every single night because I wanted dinner. But no, Diz, were you Gannon or were you Gerback?
I hated Gerback. Yeah, I hated Gerback though. I hated Gerbach.
I strongly disliked Elvis Gerbach.
I couldn't stand it.
Strongly dislike
many
almost anybody
reasons.
whose name is Elvis, but
For
again,
many
once
reasons,
again,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
stole a spot that shouldn't have been his. So, you know,
I
it just
agree.
doesn't work out well with me with that name. But no, man, the answer, no, Gannon ended up going on and playing with the Raiders and having a very successful career. Whereas it was just like Gina was saying, oh, the hot hand at the time, the one who got us and finished these last few games of the playoffs was Gerbach. And we were like,
Yeah, he did.
nah, y'all, it's gotta be Gannon. Like
They drank that hot hand Kool-Aid and found out that they traded the wrong quarterback.
Yes.
Absolutely. And but then Gannon did go to the Super Bowl and then had the worst Super Bowl of any quarterback I can remember. To be fair.
Well, but he didn't have. He didn't, but either way, that's the answer. We all talking about the past at this point. But like, you know, it's. But all I was gonna say about with Brock Purdy is this: if you were to put Brock Purdy on this Chiefs team, do you think with the surrounding cast that he would have on this Chiefs team that he would have made it this far this season?
Everybody knows that answer. Even 49ers fans know that answer. Like, let's be realistic.
If you
why
put
wouldn't he?
Patrick Mahomes, why wouldn't he? Because outside of some guy named Travis Kelce and a second-round rookie wide receiver, he would have nothing.
I'm asking questions.
But
have you seen him?
If you put Patrick Mahomes on this 49ers team,
they're undefeated. They're undefeated.
I get that. I get that.
Mahomes is like
they're undefeated.
I get that.
Come on now, that's not even a comp like that. Like,
I know you're right. You're right.
Totally, yeah. Patrick Mahomes is a totally different level than Brock Purdy.
I wouldn't know what Brock would do in KC, but I'm not gonna just downplay what my guy is doing. My guy is
no, you shouldn't.
So
you shouldn't.
Whatever you want to say about him, who he got all these weapons, and if he wins that ring, none of it matters.
Well, you know what? He's utilizing his weapons, so that's exactly what you should want him to do. So
besides, I mean, KC wasn't even number one seed. So if you still put Brock Purdy in that system, I mean, couldn't he still win a few games?
Talk about the conferences that we're in.
The AFC West is kind of trash. You know,
that's true.
That's fair.
Who does the fraudulent Cowboys, the fraudulent Eagles, and who? And who?
You said wait. You said what?
The NFC
competition.
Fraudulent Eagles.
Hey, you ain't gonna get arguments for me, you know.
Y'all
the Cowboys and the Eagles, so you know,
It was
y'all handle business against the Lions, but that's I really thought the Lions.
The Lions.
Y'all owe me like $27.34 by some.
The Lions shot themselves in the foot.
But I had it on the Lions.
There's a saying that I always say, and that is, good teams always find a way to win, and bad teams always find a way to lose. So I mean, we saw what the first half looked like with the Lions and 49ers. We saw what it was, but we then saw what the second half looked like. So, I mean, championship. What does your boy Draymond say for them Dubs fans? What does Draymond say? Championship DNA. Mm-hmm. And we all know that the Detroit Lions don't have any of that in their DNA. None.
We're talking about championship DNA. What team in this game has the strongest championship DNA?
Well, right now it's Kansas City.
There's several teams with championship DNA. Those teams may not be.
I like this Nacho dude. Like, I like this guy. Like, hey, talk your shit, my guy. Because I'm saying it's a lot of arrogance I'm feeling this week, and I'm enjoying it.
Hey, my daddy always told me, talk your shit before the game because you're probably not going to get any time to talk shit after if you lose. Okay, so you got to get it in beforehand. You know?
Hey, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I like this kind of energy.
So I got a question for both 49ers fans and Chiefs fans. On each one of your teams, who do you think will step up and have a surprise performance?
Oh, and that's actually an excellent question posed by Ms. Debbie too. So why don't we put it up on the board here?
Every question I've been asking is Miss Debbie's questions.
Hey,
Oh, you have them?
He's on fire.
Every question I've been asking is all Miss. Shout out Miss Debbie, Patreon member, all of that. She loves, she supports, she looks out for us. Shout out Miss Debbie. So every question I've been asking is pretty much hers.
She's a 49ers matriarch.
Hey, before we answer this question though, hey Tommy Huxley, calm down, bro.
What is this?
Looks like Homer Simpson too. Come on, bro. Man, I've been on this like Slim for Life shit for like 3 months.
Oh my God. Hey, Marcus, you might got to put Tommy on a timeout.
Damn, Tommy Huxley. You're lucky you have a cool name, dude.
Wait, there's look at how Marcus look at how Marcus spelled Chiefs. I told y'all that slip up is all Marcus. Marcus fingers in the building.
I even follow you, Marcus. I even follow you, man. You I after E, except when it's Chiefs. Like that's not how that shit goes, man. Like, come on, man.
The Chefs also lost to the Lions. The Chefs lost.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Chefs.
So
that's one we need back. That's one we need back.
I'm gonna answer the question, and I'll say, because I said this in the last podcast I was on. Actually, Wise was with me on another podcast, and I think, you know what? Why can't it be Ayuk? You know, he doesn't get enough credit. He's one of the top receivers. I mean, he's number 7 in the whole league as a wide receiver. And like, everyone's just like, CMC, look, yes, CMC's the best fucking running back. All right. He is. Brock, he's our quarterback. I mean, he could very well win MVP or whatever. He's going to, you know, either do great or not. You know, Patrick Mahomes is obviously Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's got that magic. But, you know, and Travis Kelce, I mean, fuck, everyone, you know, he's the best tight end, I guess, or whatever, but George Kittle had more yards. But, you know, Ayuk gets so overlooked. I say Ayuk has 3 touchdowns and gets MVP, Super Bowl.
Talk your stuff.
Tell him. You handle the small business days. You
contract year.
Talk your stuff. For me, it's gonna have to be Mizzou's own Nick Bolton, and I'm gonna say this because last year he had a similar. He should have been MVP because he's the one caused 2 fumbles. It was technically only 1, but it should have been 2. And he's always around the ball. Now the injury has slowed him down a little bit. However, this will be the game where I think he can come back and figure it out and get his swagger back as it was. So I got Nick Bolton as the should be MVP. He won't win it because he's got Patrick Mahomes on his team, but yeah.
Are we talking about MVP or are we just talking about like
just surprise performance?
We all know MVP is going to be
surprise.
I just threw that in there.
Yes,
I just threw that in there.
I mean, she answered. So then let me just do this, Nacho, before you answer, and then I'm gonna come right back to you because you need to answer this question too. So Ms. Debbie also asked, for both teams, who would you like to see as the MVP, not the QB? So Gina went ahead and answered that question as well with this one. So you answered Nick Bolton, and you said Nick Bolton should be the MVP, non-QB. We know Patrick Mahomes will probably be if they win, but non-QB. Nacho, answer that. Nacho, who you got? Surprise performance and MVP outside of QB.
All right, so MVP outside of QB, if it's the Niners, it's definitely CMC. He's in my opinion, a first ballot Hall of Fame running back. He can catch out the backfield, and in my opinion, if the Niners beat the Chiefs, it's going to be on the back of CMC. If it's a Chiefs player that's not a quarterback, I'm probably going to go, and this is going to sound weird because we have Patrick Mahomes on our team, but if somebody outside of Patrick Mahomes wins it, defensive players just don't win anymore. And is that fair? No, it's not. I think it's
Not at
bullshit. But
Yeah.
basically, to be a
Okay.
defensive player to win, Super Bowl MVP, you're having to basically score twice, essentially. You're 2 pick sixes or 2 fumble sixes, whatever, like
Yeah.
Chris Jones would have to, strip fumble and take it in, a couple times. So with that being said, if it's not Patrick Mahomes on the Chiefs winning, then it would be Isaiah Pacheco, because we have relied a lot on the running game. Pacheco's been getting anywhere between 19 and 26 carries per game in the postseason, and we have relied on him a lot. And, it'd be like a 2-touchdown, 110-yard game. If he were to win it, it would not be a quarterback. Now, who do I think is going to step into a surprise performance from the Chiefs? That's a different game. Who I think is going to actually have a surprise performance for the Chiefs is Justin Reed. So you have, and this is the one thing I wanted to come on here and talk so much shit. I wanted to so bad. But I respect the Niners. I do.
How could you not?
You got a great head coach, and you got so many good skill players and things like that. So the reason that I'm going Justin Reed is this. Justin Reed comes down a lot in Spag's scheme and plays a little bit of linebacker. And so what we're looking at trying to defend is, number one, we have to take CMC out of the equation. If CMC gets 120 yards and a touchdown, Niners are probably winning the game. So we have to stop that. But then also Deebo Samuel, who is also – no, don't get me wrong. He didn't have very many receiving yards this year.
It don't matter.
Yeah,
he's a running back, but he's a
weapon. It don't matter.
21 carries or whatever.
He's
like 175 yards running. Like, that's fine. But the problem is, if they do decide to use him and run to the outside boundaries, that is a Chiefs weakness. And we're going to have Reed coming down and making those tackles. So what I think the Chiefs are going to do is they're going to try to take away the run game and try to make Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy, beat them through the air. And if they're able to take away the run game, that means that Justin Reed, and don't get me wrong, Fizz, I'm with you too.
Right.
Portland's going to have a big-ass game too. But I think it's going to be Reed, because Reed is going to be the guy that's going to be following Deebo and probably CMC at the, however they want to hand that off. But I just don't think – I don't think Bolton has the speed. To be honest, I would kind of refute you and say they're probably going to put Tranquil on one.
I thought about Tranquil, but I know Nick has had a history of just finding the ball, period. Tranquil has been an absolute game wrecker. And how the stupid Chargers allowed him to walk out the door for Khalil Mack, I don't know. The dude was cheaper. He's more – that's neither here nor there. But I understand that. Come on now. I absolutely understand where you're coming from as far as the Tranquil is concerned. But I just think Nick Bolton, he sniffs the ball out. He's a hound dog in that way. So that's the only reason I say that.
That's fair. All right, Niners. If y'all are going to beat the Chiefs,
what you got?
If y'all are going to beat the Chiefs, who is your surprise player? Hold on, let me take away CMC. You can't say CMC. Okay? If you're going to beat the Chiefs,
he wouldn't be a surprise, right? Player? I mean,
he wouldn't be no surprise.
He's expected.
I don't.
To answer that, Dan, I have a unit. Pause. That's going to be the surprise. The defensive line. They're finally going to make an impact, and we've been waiting for it. That's Bosa, Armstead, Hargrave. We've been waiting for the impact. Chase Young. Gotta show up.
Fuck.
Gotta show up.
Mr. Invisible.
They will make a really big impact in this game. Just them getting pressure on Mahomes. As far as the MVP talk goes, I like everybody's choices for MVP. We talked about. I think it's going to be CMC if we win it, because I think we're going to lean heavy on it. But Deebo, I got a feeling Deebo's gonna have a game. I just have a feeling they gon' remember what we did to the Cowboys and we started putting Deebo in the backfield. Kyle got away from that for a little bit because Deebo's feelings. I didn't want to really do all that. I think they got something in the bag. I think Deebo's going. He might get nasty in this one. So.
I like that, Wise. So to answer Miss Debbie's question, as a total bias on both sides, even though I'm rooting for the Chiefs, total bias.
Wait, I thought you was with us. Wait, hold on.
No. Hold on, Wise. I'm about to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
49ers will win the Super Bowl. Hold on.
Oh, no, Jordan.
49ers will win the Super Bowl,
Works
but I'm
for me.
rooting for the Chiefs. That just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so all right. So what I think is going to be the surprise performance, and my surprise performer for the 49ers is going to be Brock Purdy. We know everything around Brock Purdy. We know every weapon around Brock Purdy. We know what everyone can do. The question for me is he actually going to do what he's supposed to do with those weapons? It's going to be a surprise to me because the Chiefs are actually a good defense. I mean, this team, the defense just doesn't give up 30 points. And
it's good to hear somebody admit that. Period.
It's ridiculous. Like, we didn't expect that, and they just keep doing it. So if they beat the Chiefs, which I believe you have to score 30 or more in order to beat the Chiefs, that it would be that my surprise performer would be Brock Purdy. On the 49ers side, on the Chiefs side, my surprise performer would be Kadarius Toney. Because I hear, hold on, y'all laughing, but he's supposed to be back. He's supposed to be back.
I'm definitely laughing.
He's supposed to be playing in this game, and all of the noise, all of the chatter, all of the distraction, all of that stuff. If he has a decent game, he erases all of that.
That's a big surprise, bro. That's a big surprise, given the year we've had with them.
We said surprise. We said surprise. So
I'm
giving you surprises.
If it's him, it's going to be on special teams because I don't really know if I trust him anywhere else. I ain't going to lie to you.
He said he didn't have a couple weeks off to get the hands together. He had a couple weeks off.
Well, he better put some damn stickum on them hands because them hands gonna get better.
Well, is he gonna put some stickum on his toes? Because he needs to stay on the side of the line. He needs to.
Kadarius hot hands.
I'm out of here.
Hot hands.
No, he hit me too hard with that one. I'm leaving. That was the best damn play that won't count. And I just want to know.
Like, as far as MVP. 49ers MVP outside of you know what? No, forget outside of QB. Brock Purdy will be if the 49ers win, it will be Brock Purdy as the MVP. If the Chiefs win outside of quarterback, it'll be Travis Kelce.
I can see that. I can see both sides.
That actually kind of leads into something that I was going to ask y'all too. So one of the things I've been looking at, because I'm, again, football nerd, watch all these games condensed and all that, being an idiot, because it's not like I have a family to provide for. But looking at it and everything, what I've been looking at for the last 6 weeks is basically as far back as I go in Super Bowls. Looking at the Niners defense, the secondary looks like it can be manipulated. It looks like we could take advantage of the secondary. It also looks like we could take advantage of both inside and zone.
Hey, Willie.
So what I say that to say this, because I think we're going to get into score predictions later and everything like that and how teams are going to play. But the last time that we played in 2019, y'all were in the Super Bowl, widely considered, and I would consider, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine a couple weeks back about, I think the defense that in all the teams that we've ever played, the Chiefs ever played in playoff games in general, I put that 2019 Niners team as top one or two teams that we ever played. And a lot of that had to do with the defense. That was a solid generational defense. How do you Niners fans compare this current defense to that defense that we played in 2019?
I mean, it's that.
Wait to hear Wise's answer.
We got Nick Bosa.
It's not the same. The thing is, they don't have to be the best defense in the league. They just have to be the best defense Sunday. And it goes back to what I mentioned earlier. You talk about the passing game. The secondary there's holes, right? I don't even know if there's necessarily holes. There's issues, but I think a lot of it's due to the pass rush hasn't been pass rushing. And that's what the difference between 2019, 2020 Super Bowl, and now.
Yes.
Back then, we sent the 4. They got home. They were getting home. Mahomes was looking like he had 2 picks. He was flustered for a while.
He looked upset. Yeah.
We haven't seen that pass rush this season from the front 4. I mean, they have little spurts, but I only need them to put this together for one game. And if they can do that, the secondary will hold up. Mooney will hold up. Lenore will hold up. We'll be okay. But that's why that front 4 is the most crucial part of this game. They got to make an impact this week. Bosa had 2 sacks last week, but or the NFC Championship, it didn't feel like 2 sacks though. You know what I mean? Like the rush didn't feel like it was rushing. So
it wasn't,
if they can get home,
just because the score was out of hand, it was out of hand for a while. Right. You know, it just
and it's still and that's the thing. Even in the second half, when Detroit stopped running the ball for whatever reason, they still
because it's banned.
We weren't getting home like
he pulled a Shanahan. He pulled a Shanahan.
He's gonna remedy that this Sunday. But yeah, just if we get home, man, I'm not gonna worry about the secondary, and I got a feeling we're gonna get home this week. Like
you're gonna have to worry about the secondary though. You got to, because I mean we ain't got Tyreek no more, but he's been throwing he's been throwing crap up to Kelsey, and he's just been showing up out of nowhere catching the ball. It's been a stride.
Or MVD or MVBS, whatever. Marcus Valdez Scantling.
Don't even.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's like calling the boogeyman, bro. Don't say it 3 times. That's all I got to say.
Bring him out.
We can't do that. Nope, can't do that. But
will this man play with both Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes and never had a season over 800 yards? Nah.
How?
How?
Fraud. Fraud. It sounds like he's gonna be out the league if he leaves one of those quarterbacks.
He's MV less. That's what he is. We try to have he's last resort option.
Hey, Nacho, you're not gonna have to worry about that. I got a guy that's coming to y'all team next season in the offseason. I call him CYBA. That's what I call him. CYBA.
Sounds like
contract year Brandon Ayuk. He's on his way to Kansas City.
Man, I was trying to get.
You think so?
I was wishing for Ayuk or Debo this last offseason. Like, come on, man.
If the 49ers drop the bag, if they fumble the bag and don't want to bring, and they be like, oh, we can replace him. Oh, we can draft somebody else. Oh, he's not that important.
Darren, let me
we might as well just start swapping players for players these days, because
it's not gonna happen. The only way that's gonna happen is if they trade him, because he's not a free agent like that. He still got the 5th-year option.
Oh yeah, he is. You're right.
They got to trade him for that.
Gotcha.
But I do think T. Higgins will be in Kansas City next year. So
I'm
telling you,
I feel like
T. Higgins.
He is a reincarnation of Sammy Watkins. At least this last season. At least this last season he was. His injury history has been a problem this year. His injury history has been an issue. And also we got the draft pick.
You got to say what's it called? That's
Come on
exactly
now.
why T. Higgins
Come on,
is
bro.
going to be there next year.
Nah, bro. I don't see it.
Gina, when it happens, bring it back on the show.
I see Ridley more than I see Higgins.
Ridley who?
Calvin.
Believe it or not, that's the only Ridley that's going to be on the Chiefs.
Come on, bro.
Calvin Ridley ain't leaving Jacksonville.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes, he don't want no more question marks, man. He don't want no more question marks.
You know why I'm not all that worried? You know why I'm not all that worried? Let me just read you a couple things here. The Chiefs led the NFL in drops, had the lowest points per game in Mahomes' career. Their number one wide receiver is a rookie second-round draft pick. Okay, they got the second most offensive penalties, lost the season opener, and Mahomes threw a career high 14 interceptions. I'm talking to y'all right now about a Super Bowl. Anybody we add to this team, no, don't get me wrong.
Is a
lot
plus.
of that has to do with this defense, and I'm not taking anything away from the team. Because we're going to lose either Chris Jones or Legere. In my opinion, I hope we lose Chris Jones over Legere.
You're not going to lose Chris. He got another year.
No, he don't have no other year. This is it. This is it.
Last year, Chris Jones here. But
this is it.
I'm just saying, with everything that I just said, we're having a conversation about being in the Super Bowl. That's insane. And the AFC, I'm talking about the NFC, because I think the 49ers are in a good spot, cap-wise, position-wise, pick-wise. I think you're in a good spot building your team and remaining a very solid team. But the AFC, this was their chance to strike.
I agree. They blew their chances this year.
We all thought it's over for them now. It's over for them now. This was, if it was going to be a year that you was going to go after Patrick Mahomes, it was this year.
This is it.
It was it. Like, no way. I mean, even okay, I won't act like I expected Miami to beat Kansas City for that cold game, right?
I'm glad you knew it.
I didn't expect it, but I was like, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's how down of a year I thought Patrick and the Chiefs were having. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was.
But let's look at it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's look at it. We never dropped out of the top 10 in offense, ever. It never happened. We never dropped out of the top 10 in offense, even with the drops. Like, and you add talent on top of that. What's up?
I hate to say this, but between week 11 and week 15, we actually dropped to the 17th, but then we picked it back up. So
we picked it right back up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we still got to where we're at, you know.
At that worst that it's been was around that middle season. It was like it brought Mahomes to tears. Like, for real. We see that. It was bad. And he should be. He should have wanted to fight everybody up in there. Period. Brett Beach for bringing them here, all of them.
I mean, if you just go to like that Tampa Bay Super Bowl that we just absolutely
don't bring that up, Nacho. Don't bring that up, Nacho.
I know nobody likes to talk about it, but this quarterback that's on our team was flat horizontal and flicked a 34-yard pass that hit his receiver in the face mask for what should have been the greatest touchdown highlight of all time. And we're talking about
the flick of the wrist.
That game had 7 other drops outside of that one with what is statistically called the worst offensive line to have ever played in a Super Bowl because it was all second and third string players. Look, you guys have a solid team. And I'm not even trying to talk shit on it.
And they will always have a solid team because it's John Lynch. He been getting them in there and making sure they stay.
John Lynch is a badass, man. I'm
absolutely
solid team. It's going to be one of those Super Bowls just like last year, where if we do come out with the win, I'm going to feel real good because I'm going to know that we beat the absolute best the NFC had to offer. Because you are the absolute best the NFC has to offer. And I will never take that away. And if you beat us, hey, we lost to a better team. Just is what it is.
Period.
Hey, I can respect that, but yeah, I don't want to hear if we lose. I can't deal with that shit.
Why is that even putting that in the atmosphere?
It's too much, man. I can't. It's too many. Yeah.
It's been too long, huh? Wise.
It's been too long, man. Like
it's been too long. And I mean, y'all thought y'all was gonna have 6 in 2018, 2019. Y'all thought
we thought we was gonna have 6 a couple times. Yeah, a couple times. So,
with Cap, even with Cap.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
I
can't, man. Like
even
my whole adult life, L's in the Super Bowl. I can't. No, fuck that. I need a dub. Like
you know what the crazy part is, Wise? The crazy part is you could say like, you know how. And I'm gonna continue to eat Detroit fans up for the rest of my life because it's
which
like
you
that
should.
It's like that at this point. It's like, you know, at least you're not them. You know, like you said, I'm tired of seeing losses in the Super Bowl. Like you've seen 2 losses in the Super Bowl, right? Has it been 2?
Yes.
2 losses in the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Dog, like they can't even say, man, I'm tired of seeing losses in the playoffs, dog. Like they can't even say that. You know what I'm saying? Like they was to the point to where they like, man, I'm tired of seeing, double-digit losses every season, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they have to compare it to. Like you 49er fans have, royalty rights to being like, man, tired of losing Super Bowls, man.
You'll
I'm
have
tired of winning NFC championships, man. I'm tired of being NFC championships. I'm tired of being NFC champ. And Detroit, like, man, I'm just tired of losing regular season games.
Being
and Dave's just tired of staying, So
Detroit Lion bums. If there's any Detroit anybody's out there, we will see you in Detroit next year.
There ain't none of those. Out there.
We let you win this stupid playoff game this year because y'all had to, the city of Detroit needed it. But best believe come next year, you're going to be the same sorry-ass Detroit Lions. And I'm going to be right at your stadium chanting Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. I'm going to be right in that mug. I'm going to be like, come on, sing along with me. Come on, Lions fans. Jared Goff when he throws 3 pick sixes. I'm going to be right there in your stadium.
Dan can have parody songs. He's been there with his acoustic guitar. Just
Jared Goff.
He's throwing it all like Jared Goff, and yeah.
That is one game that I promise. That's the one road game I guarantee I will be at. I will be back in Detroit, and sweet revenge will be mine. Because do you know that these bums had the audacity to talk to me about wins and losses? Do you know that these fans had the audacity to talk to me about what winning culture is? What?
Wait, are you telling me a Lions fan is?
No, I was about to say that's the wrong ones. They're the wrong ones. They're the wrong ones.
I literally was like, y'all need to be humble and sit your ass down.
That's funny.
Did they win like the Sailors of the Year award? Like, what did they win? Where's their winning culture from?
Dan Campbell has come in and changed the culture. We're a winning organization now.
Stop it, guys. They had more wins than losses last year, but did make the playoffs. But they got a winning culture. Let them alone. Leave them alone.
Dan Campbell eats kneecaps like the Niners are about to eat L's this Sunday.
Ooh.
So you guys, before you I'm sure y'all only had like an hour for the show, but before we leave, Miss Debbie has a question that I don't think we covered. What are the top 3 things that must be done to win the Super Bowl?
For the Chiefs?
For the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs or the Niners.
Well, the Chiefs have to stop Christian McCaffrey. They have to stop him. Our run defense has been bottom third, when it comes to DVOA. So we have to focus on stopping him and Debo coming out of the backfield. I do think that Spags has really good defenses planned when it comes to what I think he's going to do is a lot of exotic blitzes against Brock Purdy. We saw the last 2 games where he was able to not only just blitz the quarterback, but also make the wide receiver have to either fall on the ground because they completely got pancaked within the 5 yards or run a different route. And I do think if you're taking a Brock Purdy, and no disrespect to what he's done in his career, what he's done in 2 years, especially the 7th round pick, is really great. But now we're talking about the biggest game on the platform. I think it's going to be a little bit over his head. So if he's able to do that, that's fine. So it's stop CMC.
Like deer in the headlights. I sent the video to the group.
It's fluster Brock Purdy, and it's Andy Reid not getting away from the run game. We've seen that the 49ers are susceptible up the middle and off-zone patterns on the outside when it comes to the run game. We're going to have to make sure that we continue to give Isaiah Pacheco and whatever running backs might be in. Jarrett McKinnon is a slim chance, but even CEH, as long as we're pounding that run game at the same time and trying to open up that middle and that over top, and then that to me is my 3 keys for the Chiefs to win.
Mine are a little bit different. You basically got to make sure your linebacker core gets downhill on this game, because that's the only way you're going to keep Christian McCaffrey halfway contained. And even if you have to do you for me, it's like you got to get your guys out there, and I'm talking about all of them. Even if you have to do 3-4-4-4, and then leave your backfield a little bit, you got to figure it out, and you got to do it. You got to mix it up early, and you got to mix it up often, which I trust Spags to do. So the linebackers got to get downhill. That's my number one thing. My number two thing is Travis got to keep being Travis. Like they played decent defense on us all playoff long. You just can't deny the guy, period. You just can't deny him. And don't get away from the run game, period. Like you said it. You can't get away from the run game. And Andy Reid sometimes abandons the run game too early. And I think they like to watch Patrick Mahomes. But after being at 3 and losing 1, I'm hoping he understands that we need to have a semi-even game plan as far as running pass.
Yeah.
All right, Niners, what you got? What's your keys to the game?
I feel like, what I've said before, and I'll say it over and over, is not to abandon the run game, because Kyle sometimes has a tendency to, like he did in 2019, he tried to make Jimmy G the, sort of savior. Like, I'm going to make him, pass happy and, save the day. I'm going to make him, throw this long bomb to Emmanuel Sanders and, on third down, and the shit just didn't work out. So sorry, your, quarterback wasn't, don't do that. You don't have to put it in the hands of your quarterback if we have a sufficient, if not most dominating run game in the league. So we've got Christian McCaffrey. Don't abandon the run game. And I had another one that I think, I would say if we're,
And Taylor Swift's not there.
No, I don't care about that.
You should.
Hey, we talking to Miss TMZ. She might
says.
care a little bit about that.
I mean, I've been on TMZ a few times.
Yeah, TMZ right here.
Right.
I'll be sure to get on TMZ and talk about it after. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Definitely.
I was about to say what you talking about.
But and the other thing too is I think I had something else I was gonna say too.
I'll tag in for you real quick.
Thank you.
So definitely, like she's saying, run the ball. Most importantly, stop the run. Gina, you said it earlier in the other show, tackling, right? We can't miss tackles. Like, we can't. But I think the biggest one, Kyle's got to get out of his own head.
Yeah.
And just it's here for you, Kyle. You remember Steve Young got the monkey off his back? This is your chance to get the monkey off your back, Kyle.
Steve Young got the monkey off his back because he was at bum ass Tampa, dog. Like, come on, man.
Hey.
I was saying that all weekend wise about the monkey on Kyle's back too.
Yes.
I agree.
This sounds like 2019 Andy Reid.
What's up, Matt?
That's another
That's
thing,
exactly
man.
what it sounds like.
This sounds like 2019 Andy Reid, period.
Kyle is exactly Andy Reid. And what I'm afraid of is, see, I'm the only one that's saying, I ain't trying to get rid of Kyle. Everybody else want to get rid of Kyle.
I never talked about firing Kyle.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't talk about firing Kyle if he loses his game.
I'm not talking about firing Kyle. I just said I want to be. I'm on his ass.
Oh, yeah, she's on his.
There are
that's
people
her
in
thing.
San Francisco that are saying that he's on the hot seat. If it
I'm
wasn't for
crazy.
him, would have not even made the playoffs. His offensive scheming is exactly what's gotten them there. The last
Freaking amazing.
with a 7th
Shut up,
round
Marcus.
quarterback. Come on, man. Shanahan's dope. He's a great coach. We started off the show talking about he's a top 5 coach. Who is calling for his head?
There's a lot of them out there.
They're nuts.
It is a lot of delusion.
They're nuts.
there that think that, but whatever. Forget those people.
He got Matt Ryan to a Super Bowl. He deserves to be praised.
Look, that last Super Bowl, that shit hurt some feelings. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
Look,
that hurt.
These are the same hurt feelings Kansas City felt in 2018 and 17 when we couldn't even win a playoff game. These are the exact same feelings. So they there. I understand them.
Except it wasn't the playoff games. It was the Super Bowl. Like it was the Super Bowl.
That's true, Reggie.
Minutes left.
I give you that.
Double-digit lead.
He have a job waiting on him.
I have lost two
no
Super
doubt.
Bowls to the same cheating organization. So I understand what it means to be upset, to lose when you make it to the Super Bowl, all that hard work to come down to one game and you can't get it done. And then to lose to the same team in the Super Bowl is just disappointing. I hate that organization. So I get where you're coming from, Wise. I think we've all been in that situation to get to the top and to be in second place. Nobody wants to be in second place.
Second place in the Super Bowl is the worst ever, but y'all do know the stat where there's only been 3 times in Super Bowl history where head coaches have gone head-to-head for 2 Super Bowls. Every time.
And the guy that won the first one.
That won the first Super Bowl.
I know.
So he does have a chance to break history.
So I will say this.
I need this for college.
I love when they put stats up like that, right? Because you're already jinxing it, in my opinion. They put the same stat up when they said Kyle, whenever he's down in the fourth quarter, he never wins. He was like 27, or he was 0-27, or whatever it was. They came back to Detroit, and now he's 1-28. Or 1-27, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
right.
All I'm saying is that
stat
where those
2-32 now. Yeah.
Well, whatever it is. But what the stat was with the Super Bowls, I mean, he could be the first one to do it out of the last 3 that didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So when they put those type of stats up, I'll be like, somebody just jinxed something. So here we go. Here we go.
It's kind of like when Jim Nance is over like, and he steps back for his 218th pass, and he hasn't thrown an interception in 207 interception.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right. There you have.
Oh, man, I don't know. Was that really? I don't know.
That's actually perfect, Tony Romo.
So both of you all literally named things that must be done to win the Super Bowl. And I can say from just listening to both sides that you all named the exact same things. Don't abandon the run and stop the run, right? Don't abandon the run on offense, stop the run on defense. Y'all name the same thing.
Correct.
So now this is my question. If we know that the same thing is needed in order to win the Super Bowl from both teams, then it's going to come down to player execution and coaching. Player execution, coaching. Now, we don't want. Now we know who has the better quarterback, right? We're not talking about just based on whatever.
We're not stupid, right?
Who has the better quarterback?
And
sure.
My concern for the 49ers is.
Hold on.
What'd you say?
For sure.
Tight end. We have the better tight end.
Debatable.
That's true.
It's not debatable.
It's not debate. It's not debate. George Kittle is so far down the tight end list. Like, let's not do that.
I'd take Hockenson before I would take Kittle.
Right. Let's George Kittle is good.
I ain't saying all that now.
Right. I ain't saying all that either. But my point is, I don't, for the 49ers, the concern for me would be if Andy Reid is showing off his offensive genius with Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball, making plays, not running as much, runs sprinkled in, but just seeing the greatness of Pat Mahomes and the offensive click, things going on. I'm concerned if Kyle will become prideful and say, well, let me show you what I can scheme up with my quarterback. Let me show you the throws that I got in my arsenal instead of sticking to the game plan. He has a tendency to do that, go off the rails, try to play into what somebody else is doing and you want to show how great you are. You ain't got to do that, dog. You got the personnel. You ain't got
I hate the fact
does. There's no other quarterback in the league that can do what Pat Mahomes does. So don't try to match his energy. Match the energy that you have for your team. You know what Brock can do and you know what Brock can't do. And what you don't want to do is put the game in Brock's hands. You don't have to.
Right.
And what you're saying is spot on, because I think that's what actually doomed the Ravens in our AFC Championship game.
Yes.
Do not try to attack the way the other team is attacking, because you're not playing quarterback versus quarterback. You're playing quarterback defense. So if the 49ers, and I think Shanahan is going to do a way better job of it, if the Niners stick with the run game, and I'm talking like this is my prediction. If Brock Purdy throws more than 26 times, the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Facts.
If Brock Purdy throws under that and they control
with that
the game with the run game and their defense coming alive, then there's a way better chance that the Niners end up winning the Super Bowl. But you cannot have Brock Purdy throwing 34, 37 times against this Chiefs secondary and thinking that that's going to be the key to success to win the Super Bowl. It's just not.
I think if Brock stays under 23, 24 passes, that's perfect for him.
Yeah.
My thought was 20.
Yeah.
My thought was about 20.
No, I like the 26 number is about where he should be. Right. Max.
That's what Kyle's going to give him.
Max.
Over 20.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
I already know.
Because I kind of got to get out of here. I'm going to just say this.
We all do. We wrapping up.
This game is not going to go how everybody is saying it's going to go.
I agree with it.
Pat Mahomes will be throwing that ball a lot because they will be down. The final score it'll look like it got close, but that's not what's going to happen this time. Okay. It's not going to. It's going to get ugly. Y'all gonna be waiting for Usher. Like, damn, can we get to Usher? We need to regroup. We got to get to Usher. We got to cook some up in the locker room. We got to get to Usher.
We didn't even get to draft the top 5 Usher songs. But all right, hey, Gina, go ahead. Which
that's a list right there.
We all know what they are. Okay,
that's
so like it. All right, Gina, lead us in. I know you want to say we all got to get our predictions in. Lead us into these predictions because we all got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here.
We're gonna do Super Bowl predictions. I'm not doing scores. I'm saying by a touchdown 49ers, game-winning drive to Kittle, the catch 4. Go, Dan.
I got the final score. 42, 38. 42-38 Chiefs.
Wow.
All right, man.
Hold on. Wise. I'm telling you who I'm rooting for. Okay. So I mean, I already told you what the script is. I already told you what it is. I'm just giving you my rooting score. I expect the 49ers to win. I'm just giving you
double overtime, right?
Double OT.
Got it.
Oh, that's why I got the high score. Yeah. We play an extra 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Wise.
Look, I said it earlier. 31-20.
Woo!
San Francisco.
The reverse. The disrespect.
31-20.
I'm a man of the cloth, guys. I'm a man of the cloth. You're gonna give me that kind of score? Are you serious?
Look. And this is the crazy part. That 20 gonna come late. Like that it's gonna be looking like 31-10 for a long time.
I'm taking all your wine and I'm changing it back to water. That's what I'm doing.
Look,
31-20 Niners.
It looked like that for a while with the Eagles too. Just throwing that out there.
I like that.
So, for me, I'm gonna go. I don't know why. 28-24, Chiefs. And the only reason I say that is because his defense got a lot of pride. The Chiefs defense has a lot of pride, and we've been holding them back for a little bit. And so they'll strap them up and go to work. I got the Chiefs, period.
I'm going 34-31 Chiefs. I did not expect how do I point? I don't even know. There you go. I did not expect a 48-point score or whatever it was.
No, 42 to 38.
Okay. I was expecting to have the highest score. I do think it's going to be a high
overtime.
Game. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game simply because the Niners defense, middle of the pack, Chiefs have come on offense. And I do think the Niners offense is one of the best the Chiefs have ever seen. So I think they are going to score points. I think it's 34-31, and Chiefs win by kicking a field goal with like 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And breaking your heart.
Oh, no.
We're never going to give you up.
You just got rickrolled.
Okay.
Don't you rickroll me, Nacho.
It's all right. The Swifties is gonna hurt Sunday night. The Swifties are gonna hurt.
They're gonna be crying.
They'll be all right.
I would have ended it with that, but I don't know. Like
flash dances everywhere.
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna go with you on it.
But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing Usher though. I am looking forward to that Usher.
My way, it's gonna go my way.
Oh Lord!
Hey Dan, what's gonna be the song he opens with? What's the opening song? Push, what you think?
It's gonna be in it.
Okay.
Obviously.
You really think it's gonna be the first song he plays?
Yeah, because that's the hypest song that he has. Like that's gonna be
no. His hypest song is My Way. That's the best song he ever did.
No, I didn't say the best. I said the hypest. He's gonna get the crowd hyper with Luda and Lil Jon coming in. That's how he's gonna do it.
You know, it'd be hilarious though, because it'd be halftime, right? So it'd be like 5:30 is when the game starts. So halftime be kind of around 7 o'clock on the dot.
Okay.
Top.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
I like the slow jams. I'm a slow jams girl myself.
Christian, you got a partner for the cookout, man. You and Nacho come through, my guy. Y'all come through.
I got you. I got the mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. All right, trust me.
Trust me. I don't know about mac and cheese, bro.
No raisins.
Mac and cheese already taken care of, family.
I really adore you.
You got carrots in your potato salad?
You got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up.
And that's that mac and cheese that got that whip drizzle on the inside.
Plus you got the without your friend, your whole life's off track.
Gina having a whole concert.
I mean, by herself. She can do it all by herself.
I was just singing Usher.
We saw. I can't wait to run this clip back because you was
in the zone over there.
I'll cut that part out.
Like carrots in that.
Keep it.
Speaking of, I gotta go make some dinner anyway. Hey man,
this has been great. Actually, you guys need to come back after the game. So we can talk about it. I mean,
let's recap.
We got to recap.
We'll see what we can do.
I ain't gonna hold you. If it don't go right, y'all can do that shit without me. But it's just let you know.
That's April 3rd. How about that? You know,
it'll be me and Dennis on here doing the show. Like, so
look, if it doesn't
the
go
Rams
right,
fan and the Phillies fan.
Wednesday. Yeah, y'all won't see me till Wednesday. If it don't right, you won't see me till Wednesday night. So
you'll have the Rams fan and the Eagles fan only. Yeah. But all right, guys,
we'll both be laughing like.
I know.
All right, guys, plug your social media and your shows or whatever.
I'm running one Mike and You podcast and also the 100 Yard Dash podcast. So we do them every week. So just hit me up. And I'm on IMUINKC on Twitter. On X, I guess they call it these days.
No, we calling that shit Twitter still.
Right.
I know.
On Twitter.
Nacho.
Shit,
You're popular on Facebook.
On Cash App. So
I said I give you that Cash App tag.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
wings for Sunday.
I respect that. I
Hit me up
respect
in the
that.
link, all right?
That's hilarious.
All right, you guys, thanks for joining us tonight. And everybody in the chat, thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks to all the Patreon members. And it's Go Niners Super Bowl 58. What's up?
58, the number 13. Oh, gosh. Here we go.
58. The great.
Boom. Go Niners.